What's up guys, Droid on the bench today. I have another SBox in for repair. Now this is presenting with the common issue, which I've repaired a few of these in my previous videos. Some people have already mentioned to me they have this issue, and I'm basically going to explain what that is. So when you turn it on, it's going to say SBox and then scanning, and then when you're pressing scan, you usually hear the radio, the radio noise, but you don't hear any kind of radio, and it doesn't do any scanning. So basically, that is all you hear is when you switch it on.
SBox. Scanning. FM.
So when it does when it shows the radio frequency which is currently on, it should you should be hearing the noise, and then when you press and hold the scan button, it should start scanning. But obviously with this issue, you don't get any of that. It's because the little FM chip has came, some of the pins have came off the solder point, and that's simply because this PCB inside here, which the radio's on, is super thin, and it doesn't take an awful lot to make that board flex. Over time, it just causes the little chip to kind of come apart from the board. It doesn't fall off, but it's certainly some of the little pins come loose and don't connect anymore, and that's been the problem with all of the SBoxes I've fixed in the past. Now this radio is by Ghost Stop, and I believe it is a rebranded type of radio. These radios already exist as just normal FM radios, but when you take the cover off here, there are different buttons for other functions. So these radios are simply rebranded normal radios which do the Ghostbox function. So they're simply just been flashed with a custom program on the microcontroller, and allows it to run as a Ghostbox. Now that's basically, guys, I'm not going to go into too much depth with the fault, but if you are presenting with that issue where you don't hear any of the FM noise or AM noise, any kind of whatever mode you're in, it certainly is this issue. Now, because the amplifier is separate from the Ghostbox radio, you do hear, obviously, if you press playback, for example, you'll be able to hear stuff is on SD card, and you will be able to hear, obviously, the voice at the start. But that's basically it. It won't do any scanning anymore until you fix it. You basically have to pull all this apart, which case you have to basically get something thin in here, and this front panel pulls off. You get access to all the screws, and you can simply take it apart from there. And then you could use a soldering iron to kind of reflow the pins, but you could bridge those with the solder, so you need to be very careful. I'm going to use a reflow station, which will basically hear that chip back on, and it should then work. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm waffling on at this point, and I'm going to get this open and get it repaired. We'll come back with another video just to show you that it's fixed, and that'll be it. I'll get this back to the customer. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye then now.